Hey guys, what's up? Tom Fountainhead coming at you once again. We are in day number 4 of the hybrid picking week here at Fountainhead TV. So the concept is this: I have one entire month where I will upload one guitar lesson every day, specifically geared towards beginner and especially intermediate players, helping you guys to advance in 4 different areas of guitar playing. So each week we have 7 days focusing on one specific area of guitar playing. And this week is hybrid picking week. And so each day, one guitar lesson, expanding every day, getting progressively more interesting and harder to play, and more challenging every day. And I'm trying to give you as much information and clarity and helpful little tricks and tips every day as we move along from lick to lick and idea to idea. So that's the idea. And today on the 4th day, we are continuing where we left off, basically, because we went from 2 strings to 3 strings to 4 strings. So today we are covering 6 strings, right? And you can already see what I'm doing here. So let me play you the lick, the basic form of it. Right? So before I explain what I did here in the lick itself, let's just quickly take a look at the right hand. And again, if you have any uncertainty about any of the technical aspects of this hybrid picking thing, go back, watch the videos I already uploaded on the first 3 days, because I try to really in-depth cover every single aspect: the hand positioning, the technique, this caterpillar motion, how this works, the left hand muting, all these things I try to cover and to explain to you guys. And also, if you still think you need more insight in this and more challenge maybe and a different perspective, consider buying my instructional product, which is called Augmented Reality Beyond the Strings. It's available from www.beyondthestrings.de. And there I go over these same concepts, but way more in depth, way longer than I could in the context of such a short YouTube video, like in full HD, multiple camera, drone thingy, production tricks. So it looks pretty sick, and several hours of content, performances, several hours of instruction, different songs of mine that I take you through, live performances, obviously, an entire hour of music, an entire tab book in a premium package. So it's really chock full with information. So all of that being said, now let's get into what we have today. So as you could already see, probably, I'm not trying to expand on this 4-note movement from yesterday. And, the only way to do that really would be to let go of the pick completely and use 5 fingers for plucking, but it still would just give us 5 different strings to cover. So instead, what we're doing is we are doing not one big caterpillar. Again, if you don't know what the caterpillar is, go to the first video. We're doing 2 little caterpillars here. So 2 groups of 3. Downstroke, middle finger pluck, ring finger pluck. Downstroke, middle finger pluck, ring finger pluck. And let's see if we can show this really up close. So you can see the mini caterpillar doing the same thing that I've done over the last 2 days, which is really just the last half hour because I'm filming this in one go, but whatever. And so here's the trick. So watch this closely. Remember, those of you who've seen the other episodes, remember that I said that I'm doing this circular motion here, with the pick returning to the starting position. So when you're at the very peak of this movement and you're thumb and index finger are way up in the air, you can just not go back. You can just use that to go further. So you are having this little half moon motion here, jumping from the low E string to the G string. And then once you touch the G string with the pick, you can just use your entire arm to, to get into the correct positioning. So it's 2 mini caterpillars, and while I'm doing these caterpillars, my arm just takes care of the rest. Right? So that's the right hand. And obviously, while I'm doing that, I'm keeping the muting going as much as I can. Right? So, what is this lick? What is it that I'm doing here harmonically and in terms of concepts? So it's a 6-string arpeggio. It's this is the basic form. Okay, this is something that I actually stole from the great Swedish guitar player, the other great Swedish guitar player. I mean, there's so many of them, but one of my absolute favorite guitar players of all time is Mattias Eklund, which I discovered in the mid-90s or so, or like late 90s with his band Free Kitchen. And I saw him play things like right? And at that time I was struggling with the traditional arpeggio thing, which also incorporates hammer-ons and different stuff. And I really couldn't get that to work. So his approach to playing these 6-string sweeping things, done that in a while, that was really refreshing. And that showed me that there's more ways to skin a cat, right? Several ways. And this really helped me in the development of my sweep picking. And then later on, I realized that I could also utilize this very arpeggio shape if I played with hybrid picking, just using these 2 groups of 3. And this is pretty much my favorite thing ever in terms of 6-string arpeggios. So I rarely play these with sweeping. Very often you can see me just do the hybrid picking thing because it just gives me more definition and control, and a couple of other things that I'll be talking about in a minute. So what it basically is root note, perfect 5th, 9th. So it's basically the every breath you take, right? Arpeggio shape. And then I go up 1 fret to, at least in the initial version of it, to the 4th, 5th, and 7th fret on the upper 3 strings. So we have the 3rd, the 6th, and another 3rd. So basically, if I would line these notes up in a row, it will be so root note, major 2nd or 9th, 3rd, major 3rd, perfect 5th, major 6th. So already that has a bit of a fresh sound. It's really, to my ears, much more interesting and pleasant than the old. And the other thing that it makes me able to do is to switch positions really quickly, because already when going from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret, it forces me to go up with my thumb just a little bit. So we are, going this direction on the fretboard within that arpeggio. So I'm already closer to the right hand when I play this first one. And now if I look at these notes, okay, root note, ninth, major sixth, perfect fifth, major third. I can do that on all the major steps in the scale, meaning that, remember when we talked about the diatonic arpeggios yesterday? If you haven't seen that, check out yesterday's video. So on the first, fourth, and fifth scale degree, we have major chords. And we can do this arpeggio within C major on C, F, and G, which is the first, fourth, and fifth scale degree. So we start from the G, then go to the C, same arpeggio, then go to the F. We are covering a whole lot of ground, in a very short time. Sorry. A little bit cleaner. That's more like it, right? And let's see if I play the same thing again. You just watch my thumb move. So you can see that I'm switching positions really quickly, but it's not a thing that I've seen many people struggle with, because this continuous ascending motion within the arpeggio makes it really easy to go up the neck that fast. So that's another reason why I picked this for today's lesson. And so you can leave it at that and have fun with that, but you can also expand on this upward motion, which is what I'm going to do right now. So you can cover even more ground and even have a more continuous upward motion on the neck, which is very handy thing to be able to do, especially for me, because so many things that I do on guitar are based on switching positions. Like an average melody line for me would be so covering so much ground on one string. And so the ability to move through different positions really quickly and fall onto the right notes is something that I think is really helpful to develop. And this will help you to do that 100%. So what we do is we keep the bottom three notes. So root, perfect fifth, and ninth. But now for the top three notes, we are going from this to this. We are just moving the entire shape up a third, a minor third. So we are now on the 7th, 8th, and 10th fret. And that means that we have D, which is the 5th. We have G, just the root, and we have another D, again the 5th. So we are not bringing in any new tones. We are sticking with what we have, and we are even letting go of the 3rd and the 6th. So we only have root, 5th, 9th, 5th, root, 5th. And what happens is that we cover more ground. So once I play these bottom three notes, and I'm using my pinky here for the A note, then I am moving my thumb up. Oh, let's see if you can see this motion. First, when I play, my thumb is here, and then I'm moving it up, so it is on the same, basically behind the same fret that I'm playing with my pinky. And then while I'm doing that, I am switching to the index finger one string above. And from that, it's smooth sailing. And now we just went, within 6 notes, we went from the 3rd position to the 7th position. And so that is just one fret below the next arpeggio, where I'm doing the same thing. So again, 3 notes, then my thumb switches up, or my thumb moves up, so it's behind the 12th fret now, where my pinky is, and I'm switching to the index finger, bam, 12th position, which is again just one fret below the next arpeggio, which is F, where the same thing repeats. And so now we have let's see if I can spontaneously play this fast. Ah, almost. So, as you can see, this really helps you expand your fretboard knowledge and your control over the different positions on the guitar. So that's a nice little, side effect of this thing. And we are now able to play 6-string arpeggios playing hybrid picking. So that's it. And tomorrow, oh man, tomorrow we're going to get even harder and more challenging and crazier. So stay tuned for that. Next video tomorrow. Please, oh yeah, this is proper. Please do like and subscribe, obviously. If you have already subscribed, don't forget to ring the bell. I can't repeat this often enough because many people have been writing to me on social media and, hey, where's the next video? I missed it. Or you haven't posted anything for so long. No, man, I'm in the process of uploading one video every day. But if you subscribe to many different channels, the volume of videos is so much that most likely you won't even see the next one if you haven't pushed the notification bell, because then you will get a notification, right? So also questions, comments below. If you want to suggest a future topic for these lessons, please go ahead. Ask away if you still have any questions. You can also buy a Skype lesson with me if something wasn't clear, or you have something completely different that you want me to teach, like in the way that I tend to teach and that I tend to communicate. If this is working for you, you can do this on a one-on-one basis. And for that and for any other things. And also, most importantly, to get the tablature and PDF for this lesson and all the ones before, subscribe to my social media on Instagram or Facebook, and I will be posting the links there, and then you can reach out to me if you want a Skype lesson. Okay, so all of that being said, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Keep practicing, keep internalizing these lessons. I will be thrilled to see what you do with it. And yeah, happy practicing. See you tomorrow. Bye.